Eyewitnesses to the Armenian Genocide come from all over the world. Notable among them is Norwegian Arctic explorer, adventurer, and human rights advocate Fridtjof Nansen. Nansen began assisting Armenian genocide refugees in 1924 when he investigated plans to recolonize areas outside of Yerevan with Armenian refugees. Nansen traveled to Soviet Armenia in 1925 to look at the possibilities of organizing irrigation in the Ararat Valley to create the necessary conditions for resettling the Armenian refugees. Nansen deeply respected the Armenians and wrote 2 books about the people, Armenia and the Near East and Across Armenia. Armenia and the Near East was published in Norwegian, English, French, German, Russian, and Armenian. Published in 1927, Across Armenia documented Nansen's eyewitness accounts of the genocide perpetrated by the Turkish government in historic Armenia. In 1928, Nansen traveled to the United States to deliver a series of lectures to raise money for Armenians. Nansen continued his work with Armenian refugees until his death in 1930. After his death, the Nansen International Office of Refugees helped an estimated 40,000 Armenian refugees resettle in Lebanon and Syria, and some 10,000 more in Yerevan. As a result of his work, the United Nations created the Fridtjof Nansen Refugee Award in 1954. Born in 1861 in Kristiania, Norway, present-day Oslo, Nansen devoted most of his young life to sport and science, becoming a Norwegian ski champion and studying zoology. He led the first exploration across Greenland in 1888 and attempted to reach the North Pole during a 3-year expedition in the 1890s. Nansen began his humanitarian and political career during World War I. He served as president of the Norwegian Union of Defense during the Great War. At the war's end, he facilitated Norway's entrance into the League of Nations and served as a delegate to the World Body's General Assembly. In 1918, British politician and future Nobel Peace Prize winner Philip Noel Baker encouraged Nansen to become the League of Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. In 1921, International Red Cross representative Edward August Frick proposed the idea of an identity card that would serve as a passport recognized through international agreements. He dubbed it the Nansen Passport, after the Norwegian statesman. The Nansen Passport gave stateless refugees without documented proof of identity and nationality a legal means to cross international borders. The document helped repatriate 500,000 German and Austrian prisoners of war from Russia, 1.5 million Russian refugees from the Bolshevik Revolution, and 1 million Greeks who fled ethnic cleansing in Asia Minor. In total, around 500,000 people received a Nansen passport during its use between 1922 and 1930, including 320,000 Armenians. This document laid the foundation for modern-day refugee care. As a result, Nansen won the 1922 Nobel Peace Prize for his humanitarian efforts. Nansen remains a hero in Armenia for his compassion and humanity toward the thousands of Armenian refugees he assisted.